Hi, it's Andrew Bell here. Great to be with you. Right here in the middle of the year. Great deal of clarity starting to emerge about how things have been in the past and increasingly about the picture for the immediate future of the real estate market. Now, talk to any agent that's open and honest, and they will tell you the market is different. The bullishness that was about over the past 3 or 4 years has certainly evaporated. Yet the need for people to have a roof over their home continues to exist. What we are really observing is a great diversity of markets right throughout the country. In markets, say, like Brisbane and Perth, they continue to power with enormous strength. Yet in markets like Melbourne and Hobart, they're clearly showing weakened conditions, particularly in country areas, but also softening in the metropolitan areas. At the top end of the real estate market, it's a price of 10 million above. The strength continues right throughout the country. Yet at the lower, even the medium levels, people are starting to be much more affected by the toll of the high interest rates that have been in place now for 12 months. The fear that interest rates will go even higher over the next year or so. Now, various research houses are showing different figures about how the market's grown over the past year. We have everything from the median house price rising by 7.6% for some research houses, others at 7.7%, others at 8%. I don't really like it when we use the median price because it doesn't really give us a clear picture. Median prices can be lifted by strong activity at the high end of the market, whilst not reflecting what's really happening in the lower end. And vice versa, where there's great volume of activity at the lower end, it may in fact be quite quiet at the top end. But what is clear is that we can no longer just talk about the Australian property market as a whole, because there is enormous diversity. What we expected and are now starting to see is that there is an increase in the number of properties that have been listed for sale. Where, for example, in suburbs of Adelaide, listing numbers have doubled compared to a year ago. Listings are also piling up in some of Melbourne's outer suburbs. In parts of Sydney's inner suburbs, such as Tallawong in Sydney northeast, listings have more than tripled. Whilst closer to home, in Southport, we see a 68% decline in the number of listings on the market. Surfers Paradise listings have also climbed by 45%, and in Broadbeach down 28.6%. A lack of listings has certainly been one of the major drivers of price growth over the past 4 years, which has also, of course, been matched by rising demand through population growth. And whilst it would be fair to expect an increase in listings to reflect price declines, analysis by PEXA suggests that whilst listings are growing, so is demand. PEXA research suggests a resilient property market that is actually gaining some momentum despite the challenges of high inflation and interest rate pressures. Whilst others do disagree, it suggests that for the bulk of the market, interest rates are truly taking their toll. There's now been significantly higher rates for 12 months, and that's of course exacerbated by the constant rising cost of living, which is resulting in a report that found 40% of bank customers who receive hardship assistance through a reduction or deferral of loan repayments, when that ended, they fell into arrears straight away. It showed that people are right on the edge. We also see a report out that 40% of Australians are living from paycheck to paycheck, or in other words, tethering on the edge. What has also been flagged is the probability of further interest rate rises. The minutes of the last Reserve Bank meeting certainly indicated they discussed the possibility, but they delayed an increase until they get a little more data. Now, a panel of Australia's leading economists have agreed that there's likely to be 2 more interest rate rises before reaching the peak, and that interest rates are likely to remain high for another 12 or so months before any sign of reductions. So the real estate market has continued on a 4-year continuum of price rises. But I think it would be safe to say that nothing can continue to rise forever, and every party comes to an end. And so there are signals that whilst the fundamentals of the market, which is supply and demand, remain favourable to the market, there are more than sufficient signs that the brakes are on and the best is behind us. For anyone thinking of selling, this means that it would be wise to bring forward your selling considerations and take advantage of current market conditions. Whilst for buyers, there should be some encouragement that whilst interest rates are by now, a year or so from now, we should have peaked and interest rates should start to fall. And whilst loan repayments are uncomfortable now, between the reductions, the tax that we've now seen coming through, and the other government cost of living benefits, plus the prospects of lower interest rates a year or so, you're going to be in a much better position. The worst is with us now, perhaps. It's always preferable to own the roof over your own head, as so many tenants will tell you they're just frustrated by the fact that they get a notice giving 30 or 60-day notice that the owner is selling the property. Look forward to being back with you in a fortnight's time. In the meantime, remember, we're on top of that slide to the end of the year. And for nearly all of us, we had ambitions at the very beginning of the year. So it's really great to kind of review that, make sure you got yourself set so by year's end, you've achieved all the things you want.